I would therefore request people here in the South to consider the question more or less in the practical way. Stop. It is a mere chance that Hindi happens to be spoken by a larger number of people than any other language of India. Stop. It is a mere accident. Stop. For that very reason Hindi has been accepted as the language for all India purposes. Stop. It has not been the intention either to weaken or in any way to divert the attention of the people from their language which everybody loves. Stop. I would therefore suggest for consideration of the friends in the South that they should consider this as a purely practical proposition and from the point of national work. Stop. Para. You know also the limitations which not only the constitution but also practical common sense lays down. Stop. The limitation is that Hindi has to be used for all India purposes and not for purposes which can be fulfilled equally well or better perhaps by the language that is spoken in a particular region by the people of that region. Stop. That is the limitation. You can easily understand how it becomes difficult for us in the north to think that there should be any opposition to the adoption of Hindi as the language. Stop. Probably you may retort and say that it is difficult for you to imagine how it should be accepted without demur. Stop. It is purely from the point of view of national convenience that a particular language has been adopted. Stop. If by any chance any other language had that advantage of being understood by more than half the people of the country. Stop. I am quite sure that that would have been adopted as the language of the country for all India purposes. Stop. Para. The question has been raised about the disadvantages which people speaking other language may have to suffer from on account of the adoption of Hindi. Stop. I may say at once that all precautions should be taken so that no one would be placed at a disadvantage as compared with others. Stop. As far as I know and as far as I can judge, such precautions are being taken and will continue to be taken so that everyone is placed in a position in which he can compete with others and not suffer any disadvantage on account of not being a Hindi speaking person. Stop. This assurance had been given in Parliament, and although as President it is not my function to give assurances, it is the minister's function to give assurance which they alone can implement. I believe in a matter like this. I can speak with some amount of authority and knowing, and I do what the ministers feel and think. I can unhesitatingly give the assurance that there is no intention of imposing any language on anybody, and if Hindi has been adopted for all India purposes, it is because it is